to download a new version and knocked all my settings out and I hadn't realised. So yeah, that was good. I'm glad everybody's saying it sounds okay. That's good. That's good. That's excellent, in fact. I'm sure you'll let me know if there are any problems. Welcome everybody to a very cold and snowy effing. It's effing cold! In the previous episode, which you may or may not remember because it was a little while ago, this town was doing exceptionally brilliantly. And I'm not quite sure how. Somehow, I just managed to get it done. But one thing I do have a problem with is getting to water, so my aim was to get to water, and not this water, but water over here, because otherwise I'm not going to be able to trade, which will be spectacularly irritating. But I'm already 62% of my way to a market, and we should be able to get some fish out of here, hopefully. I'm also forcing them into chopping stone up because I can, and that's ultimately what we're going to need some more of, which they do seem to be doing. So they've got a little pile here that they can put their stone in, which is great. And I also have the potential for another market out here, but the reason I'm putting a market down here is so that people can live down here and they can do my work for me without complaining about it. So at the moment I've only got 15 adults and 2 students and 8 kids. That's a lot of kids. And I'd say the only thing that we're massively low on in the current situation is actually food, which is why I need to get these fishing people set up. So come on, market people, come on. Come on, purple woman. No, don't walk off. I'm not insulting you much. It's Luana. She's 16. Her clothing is fair and purple. She's not educated. And she's just broken her tools, so she's got to leave. Brilliant. Brilliant. Well done. Anyway, who's taking your place? It's Lenny. Lenny is 35 and educated, so she'll be a lot faster. And this is Man. It's just Man, who's also broken his tools. Wow, markets need some proper tools, don't they? Anyway, look, it's appeared. Brilliant. This is good. I was lamenting earlier because I spent this all morning recording. Well, after I'd gone on my fairly lengthy Pokemon walk, during which I managed to find no shinies, which was soul destroying, I came back and recorded an episode of Skyrim, and it was actually quite good. And unfortunately, thinking game audio didn't record, so that was incredibly frustrating. And then I had an idea that I was going to record a studio video because, rather excitingly, I've had a mystery package. I know I haven't finished Puxy's mystery package yet, but I've had another mystery package, and unfortunately, the studio, not to put too fine a point in it, has been invaded. It's been invaded by moths. So I had to clear that out yesterday morning and get some anti-moth spray down because they're living in my carpet. And I just need to wait for all that to take effect before I can go back in there properly. So yes, it's been one of those weekends. But at least my banished locusts are doing better. Moths are just as bad as locusts, you know. I'm sure you don't want to know any of this, but, you know, a bit of behind the scenes colour for you. I've only got 7% to go on. This is great. Come on. Come on. Look at them working. That's Generald. He's placing inventory and storage because they are chopping all of this stuff down, which is great. I like it when you zoom in and you can see that they've been working away because it means they can reach out here. They won't walk that far. So I need to get people living down here. Look! And it's much easier to get them to live down here if there's a little market for them to live nearby. Let's do a couple of houses. And then they'll come down here and they'll become my fishermen, and then I'll have food, and so the cycle continues. It's great. That's a lot of rain and thunder. It's gone really horrible outside here as well. I didn't think any rain was forecast until I got caught in it this morning, so that was nice. But I like rain, so I'm okay with that. I hope you're all doing okay. I'm running out of people here. I just need to take one off there and put it onto vendor. so that this market becomes full of all the stuff. Stuff. They do seem to like coming down here. I think I'm alright. They're surprisingly willing locusts, actually. Normally, they can get a bit arsey, not to put too fine a point on it, but they seem to be okay, which is great. I can hear some work over here. Oh, so relaxing. I love the sound effects in this game. Absolutely love them. And the music's quite, like, I don't know, like, I go to bed singing it. I think the music is part of the reason why I like just playing it. So listening to the music and listening to the nature sounds and listening to the locusts banging on their bits of iron. It's terrific. So I need a plan now. My plan after building these homes and getting people to work in these fishing bits so we've got loads of food. I've just realised I've got no coats. I've got no coats! Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Nobody panic. I've got no coats. Just get my tailor going. Tailor. There we go. Oh god, I hope we've got some things to make coats out of. What if we haven't? What's in the storage? Oh, 32 leather. There we go. We're okay. We're okay. Panic over. Whew. Phew. Yeah, so once I've done all of that, what I need them to do, I think that's my nearest river. Although I know that the river curves, we are on a bit of a bend. So what I could do is either go that way or I could go this way. But I think going this way would involve them having to walk a lot further. And they don't look like doing that, they're lazy. Lazy locusts. So I think what we'll do is, this looks like the obvious path down to that river. And what I will be able to do, and I'm going to do it now, just to remind myself, I don't need to work on it or anything. I'm going to put a trading post kind of here, there. Right, it fits there. So that will be for much later. And I'm going to have to run a path all the way around here. But by then I'll probably have another forest and probably put some more hunting lodges in and all sorts. And we'll be stuffing ourselves with venison and fish, and it's going to be amazing. It's gonna be amazing. So one of the little houses has started up here. And it looks like the stone is still coming in as well, which is brilliant because I didn't have enough. I only had 12, I needed 16, but now there's 8 in that one and 6 in that one, and I've still got 11. So they're obviously working very hard. This game is really interesting. I think the mechanics of it are absolutely fascinating because it is ultimately kind of a bit of a casual game in disguise. I always say that, but where you are really can affect what happens. So sometimes the locusts won't work. They're not interested. You tell them to do things, they're not interested. They wander off. Not literally wander off, they just don't seem to really get things done. Sometimes you can't get resources. Sometimes food runs out really quickly, and this is unfortunately is one of those, which is why I have a problem and I need some more fishers. Sometimes you can't get near water, sometimes there are no animals around, so you can't make coats because you can't get leather. Sometimes there's just like not enough of a particular resource or whatever it happens to be. So I love not quite knowing what the challenge is going to be. And sometimes it's really easy, and embarrassingly, both times I've played through a town of some description on a stream, it's been quite easy. So it looks like it's quite an easy game, but it isn't. I start on hard mode as well, and I have some, like custom scenarios that you can start with. But yeah, this one does seem to be going pretty well, even though I'm having to create long paths. I've managed to get my main town all fairly packed in there. I've managed to get enough resources to build everything that I need to keep us alive. Right, we built a house, so we can get a couple of locusts back. And what I'll do now that I've got a house here is I'm going to tell them to start working on this fishing dock. Can I put a house on that island? I'm sure I've tried this. Like a private house on this island. No. Boring. Oh, that sucks. Never mind. This is not SimCity. I will not be creating a high wealth residential area on my island. Never mind. Got a few people in. Hello. Who have we got? Road OCD for Putin, Nemit in Twitch, Russell Moss, Sam has just joined us in YouTube. Hello. Wow, they're building these houses quickly. Blimey. Oh, I've just accidentally paused this high. Oh yeah. I'll be like, why are they not building my house? It's Luana. She's grown up a bit. And she may not be educated, but at least she knows how to work now. The gatherers have moved in down here, which is a bit weird because I'm sure my gathering hut's up here. Things are not in optimal places at the moment. Look, gatherer's hut is there. So why are you living down here, you fools? Oh, honestly, so strange. Hello, Z Cleaner in Twitch, who has put some slightly odd... Oh, it says hi and lurk. Hello, Not So Dark Lord. You're piling in now. This is great. This is great. It's not what I planned for today, but it's great. And what's not great? I've run out of tools. Oh god, I've run out of tools. Right, that could be epic disaster. Let's get that sorted out straight away. Oh god, running out of tools. Really bad. Really, really bad. Really bad. Yeah, we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. Anyway, sorted now, hopefully, soon. Look, food is also a big problem, so I need them to do this, but I can hear some people doing this, I think. This is great. Yep, there we go. That is good, and they should be able to walk their fish back to the market. Speaking of fish, I'm just going to talk about myself today. Speaking of fish, I tried a new board game yesterday called Oceans, in which you go through like the evolution of fish. You create your own fish species, and you fight other fish species, and you feed them, and you try and expand, and it's very cool. It's literally called Oceans. It's gone through Kickstarter, but Tabletop Simulator has it, and I played it with Rob last night and really enjoyed it. So you might want to check that one out. Hello, the Bloody Knight is waving with... I don't know who that is waving at me. Waving with a little icon. I'm not up on my Twitch icons. I'm not really down with the kids, so... Right, fishing people, come on, this needs doing. I'm going to tell them to up the priority, although they don't really seem to need telling. They seem to be doing their jobs quite effectively, which is brilliant. Oh, look at the sun now. Ah, we can all dry off a bit. It's 25 degrees now, that's lovely. And I seem to have a bit of food. And suddenly I've got loads of tools. I can't believe how quickly they're working. I have definitely only got this on 2 speed, not 10 speed, yeah. I've got used to playing this game in 1 speed because it's really tempting to just put this up to the maximum speed and watch them all running around and create things really quickly, but I've found it's way more satisfying not to do that and to play it all in real time. So there, if you buy this game or you have this game, you can also get up and wander off and do other things. So I like to do housework and stuff while the locusts are doing their working, and I don't need to give them many instructions, they just get on with it, so it's great. So, might just have to leave them to get on with it a bit. Sam says, is this Parkitect? No, it's Banished! It's not Parkitect. I know there was an error with this thumbnail earlier, which I have since corrected. But there's no park here, this is a village. Admittedly it rains just as much as it does in Parkitect, but... Have you never seen Parkitect? Surely you've been in a Parkitect stream. Surely! Surely you've been in a Parkitect stream. Because a Parkitect stream looks like a theme park. The game is listed on my stream as Parkitect. Oh, for God's sake, YouTube. Is it? Why does it do that? I selected Banished. Is it YouTube that says that? Is it? I don't think I can actually do anything about that now I've gone live. How bloody stupid. Because the thumbnail is definitely banished now because I changed that when it tried to make it Parkitect, but no, I can't see any way of changing that. Well, how irritating. Nothing ever keeps the settings. Never keeps the settings. You put them all in and then... Anyway, Banished is awesome as well. I love Parkitect, but Banished People can actually die, and do. Whereas they only occasionally do that in Architect. Should be called Markitect. I've got 2 markets, or rather I've got 1 built and 1 that I will build eventually. When we're finished with this. Right, how are we getting on with my fish thing? They're putting the path in, which is all great, but I don't need you to put the path in. I need you to build the thing. Build the thing, 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 build it! They really like doing paths and chopping down trees before actually doing what I need them to do. Because the big problem with this is food, and in the top corner here you can see the amount of stored food is 0. That's not a good thing, in case you hadn't realised. I mean, no food is always not a good thing, but people are going to die really quite quickly. They will have food in their houses, so it's not like they have an immediate problem, hopefully. But eventually, yeah, it's not good. So they're coming to collect the logs here. So that's cleared the building site. Clear the building site! And now we need them to bring 30 logs and 16 stone. And what's really silly is, yes, they have just carried off all the logs. They will go back and they will put on the storage thing, and then they'll pick them up and bring them back. Which is really silly. But anyway, we've got... Oh, I was about to say we've got a bit of food then, but it's gone. Oh, look at them. They love it, don't they? They love it. But I don't love it because I need to do this. We need fishies. Come on. The rave of priority, that is. I should probably tell them not to do the path until they've done that. But I kind of feel like I can't stop Luana or whoever it is from doing that now, because she's obviously having a whale of a time. Right, come on guys. I haven't even got enough stone actually, so I'm going to have to tell them to get some more stone as well. I think I've marked all of this. Yeah, I have, so they should be getting all of this stone, and they should be carrying all the things over here. Eventually you kind of start running out of people, so I've got a couple of spare people because these houses are now built, and very nice they are too. But, oh no! Oh, Vela! Vela! The father's walked out. The father's walked out. Had a child and he's walked out. Well. Never saw that coming. I don't know who she was living with, but if it was Generald, he's moved into the house next door. Bit of gossip there. It's turning into The Sims. Good lord. Well, there we go. Anyway, we've got a couple of 18-year-olds living with each other there. That's okay. In this game, I'm afraid you can have kind of 10-year-olds living with each other. It's medieval. It's not child abuse. It's medieval. And child abuse. But we just ignore that. I do try not to build more houses until they've got old enough because it feels really weird. I'm sure there's a mod where you can change that, and I must track it down because it just bothers me a little bit. But anyway. What's also bothering me is the fact that the locusts who were doing so well are suddenly not doing so well anymore. So I'm just going to tell them to get over here, sort it out. It's typical, isn't it, that build houses for them over here closer to the action. And all the builders have moved over here. And now they're not doing anything. Probably going to look for food. If I can just get the fishing things up and running, I think we might be okay. In fact, do you know what? I might tell them to do that one at the same time. Let's mark all of this. Oh, I've marked all of that already. I'm way ahead of myself. There we go, builders, get on with it. So up here I've got a full forest now, which is great because I'm getting some herbs for it, which increases people's health. And these are my tailor and my blacksmith and my woodcutter, none of whom are massively useful at the moment, but they will be soon. And eventually all of this will be built. That's my little herbalist there, not in the best place. Could actually do with the forester's lodge being knocked down and the herbalist coming over here and leaving that forest alone. That's not a bad idea actually, because it means that the herbalist isn't far out of town if they need it. And logs can get from anywhere. In fact, it takes builders to knock stuff down, but I don't think that that is a terrible idea. So, what I will do is mark that for removal, which they will do in their own time. And then when that has gone, I think the herbalist might fit in the gap. In fact, there's a little bit of space down the side there. So yeah, the herbalist can go here. And hopefully those trees will get older and they will drop more herbs, which will be great. So it's just stone I'm sort of a bit short of, and tools is starting to go down again, but I have a spare locust that I can deploy, which is great. How are we doing down here? Oh, we've put some logs down, that's good. That's good, but all of that locusting that was going on before, you lost interest or what? Just keep marking it as high priority. I don't think it does anything, it just makes me feel better. Wondering whether you can get across to that little island now. No, that's underwater. Boo! There's nothing I can put on the island. Maybe a well. I'd have to get a well on it. For no reason whatsoever. No, it's been deliberately designed so you can't get anything on it. I tell you what I could... I have to... Something is going on that island eventually. What I could get, I've got fly fishing. Little one-person fishing. Actually, that's not a bad idea. I could have a fishing island. And in fact, before the fishing people have even done anything here, I could get some more food by putting fly fishers on in the meantime. That's a great idea, Jenny. Why did I not think of that before? Let's take off. God, I haven't got enough locusts to take off. They're all in school. Let's take off a builder and put on a fisherman. And the fisherman is a mod this. The fisherman will get trout out of the lake while I'm waiting for the proper fishing thing to be built. I also don't have any firewood now either, so I'm going to have to use my spare locust because it's 1 degree. They won't be very happy with me if they haven't got firewood. So which person's drawn the short straw? It's Ulysses. Ulysses, the fisherman. Sounds like a brand new superhero. And Ulysses, you'll notice, is going to start pulling baskets of trout out, and then he's going to walk off because he's cold. Thanks, Ulysses. Thanks. That's great. Useless CO, more like. Anyway, I can hear some more banging and crashing, so I think we're okay. I think we're okay. I can see some more people around again. What I'm not seeing is any firewood or food, and that's not a good thing. Oh, there's a bit of food. 44 somethings. I don't know what the somethings are unless I go to my storage barn. I can see it's 44 roots. Yuck. Not going to be much for dinner tonight, is there? I don't even know what sort of roots are edible. Tubers. I don't know. Can't eat a tuber. Potatoes. No, potatoes are a separate thing. What would a root be? I don't know. Anyway, it's 44 mushrooms now. I know what a mushroom is. Firewood, though? Why have we got no firewood? Here's my firewood area, which is worryingly empty, as is my storage cart. I wonder who my firewood person is. Is it you? It's early. Well, you weren't early, were you? God, that set that one up. Anyway, she started smacking some wood around now, which is great. And now she's cold as well. It is -5, in fairness. It is -5. Let's hope she lives nearby. If she lives up the other end, we're probably in trouble. Although, having said that, they don't go home. They just go and stand underneath somebody else's roof until they're warm enough, and then they start working again. So she is actually already back. I think I pointed that out in the previous episode of this, however long ago that was. It's been ages since I last played it. I don't know why. Just sort of forget about things. Been really busy recently as well, like work and building enormous Lego roller coasters. That sort of thing can get in the way. It's very cool though, that roller coaster. Very cool. My god, it's glorious. Anyway, so we've got a little bit of firewood and a little bit of food and a little bit of stone. We've got some tools, some coats. some potential for more coats. Nice, let's do a flyover down here. And have a look at the fishing thing. Right, they've started on the stone now, and I do have enough stone in storage for them to bring it all over here. So hopefully it will not be long now. I can see some of them coming this way, but that doesn't mean they can do what they're told. Oh no, don't start donging at me. The reserve of stone is low. I know it is, because it's all coming down here. Which is fine. Also fine, buckets of fish. This is Generald, he's come to pick up some fish. 10 trout. Well done. Well done, Ulysio, whatever your name is. Ulysio the trout man. Hello Jane, she says, oh lovely, I will play ACNH while listening to you. ACNH. Nope. Nope. Assassin's Creed New Hampshire. Assassin's Creed New Hampshire. I know all the games. Come on, build the fish thing. Oh, Animal Crossing, of course it is. Animal Crossing New Hell. What is it? Animal Crossing New Hat. Animal Crossing New Haven. Animal Crossing New... I can't get away from hell, to be honest. Horizons, of course it is. Of course it is, you guessed that, that's a space thing. Right, we're up to 13 of 16 stone now, and I have enough stone. So I need somebody, I'm looking at you, yellow person, to bring me some stone. Oh no, that's Ulysio, he's got more important things to do. Like make sure that nobody starves. Come on. Jane says, please get it and stream. That would be quite difficult because I don't have a Switch. And before anybody asks, no, I won't be buying a Switch. They need to make a PC version of it. Right, have you got stone? Oh no. Generald, who is a builder, has decided to pick up all the trout. The thing is, Generald, you're a builder. So I need you to be doing down here, don't I? For God's sake. There's me bigging you up as the best locusts I've ever had. Now, it's chaos. Actually, it's not chaos because nothing's happening. How many times have I told you? Over here is really important. Look. How many times can I prioritise this before you get the message? Perhaps they're building this one as well at the same time. No, they're not. They're not even doing that. They're not even doing that. But I note that Ulysio is single-handedly making sure that there's food. And hopefully soon some of my 6 students will start coming out as educated people. And then we'll be alright. Sometimes I let school out early and they come out uneducated because they don't graduate, and I do that because I just need people, I just need bodies. So it's a bit like real life. Have you got stone? Luana, are you bringing me stone? No. What are you doing? You're bashing up some iron. Well, that's useful. Thank you so much for that. What I'm going to do is cancel removal of resources here so that she can't bash up any more iron. And I'll just tell them to collect stone as and when. There we go, they won't be bashing up any more iron now. Because we don't need iron, do we? Velar, what are you doing? Picking up trout. No, Velar. Oh, there had to be a point at which they started being obnoxious. This is it. Don't make me wait. I need you to do things. I don't quite understand where everybody's gone because before they were all down here. What have you got there? Stone! Yes, Luana. Yes! Good. Good, 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 good. Right. Well, at least you two are looking after things. Who's this? Oh, there's a child. It's Isabetty. It's Isabetty. And she's playing. Do you want to play at being a builder? Because this needs doing now. Oh, the music's gone a bit funky. All together. Now. Build. Build my fish thing, 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 build. It's working. Build my fish thing, build my fish thing. That's the way. That's the way. Excellent. Oh. Is that the best you could... Is that it? Velar, or Villar. You might be Spanish. Only did 2 hits and then got lost again. Honestly. Honestly. The only person doing what they're supposed to be doing is Lulicio, whose name I will never be able to pronounce. Right, who's this coming back? It's Luana again. Well, I'm going to rename this the Luana Fish Area, if I could, because you can't do that in this game, but... Here she comes! Right, can you do 47% on your own? She's going to have a damn good go. Can't believe nobody's joining you. That's just terrible. Oh, I lied. Your twin sister has turned up. Oh no, it's Velar again. It's the purple crew. Oh, look, 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 look. This is good. This could make an absolutely enormous amount of difference. And the fishing dock. The range of the fishing dock ends there. Kind of just beyond that tree. The end of Ulysses' area, whatever his name is, Ulyssio's area, only goes up to there. So they only cross over very slightly. Of course, get rid of him anyway. Once I've got a fishing dock. Because you don't want them to overlap, you see. I don't think they overlap that much because the range of a fly fishing person is not very much. I think where they overlap might even be land, so I think we're okay. I don't think we're encroaching on your turf there. Look at this, 91, 93, 94, 95. Oh, that's right, you come back to get the praise. Oh yeah, oh no, it's like a tag team. It's like watching a tag team. This is great. Brilliant. Right, I'll put my food limit up to 50,000, like that's ever going to happen. And then we can get some fishing people on. Yay! That's good. That's going to help a lot. I've also noticed that some of my students are starting to graduate, which is also going to help because I need somebody to go and be a blacksmith for a little while. If you don't really know the game, the people, the locusts as I call them, switch jobs according to what's nearest to them. What they feel like doing. Don't really know how they made the decision. I noticed that Ulysio has abandoned his post to go and work at the proper fishing place. Well, going up in the world. Instead of baskets of fish, you'll be pulling out boxes of fish. Many, many fish. Do you want to take some fish with you? No? Do you not want to... You just left them out rotting. Thank you so much. Anyway, you're new. This is early. Oh, early. It's early. I remember early. Early's a fisherman now. They'll be fishing in a much wider area, so hopefully that will help. Doesn't that water look amazing? I love it. I love it. So if we can get the food situation sorted out, we can get the people situation sorted out, we can get some more stone, and maybe we can build the market up here as well. Oh, have they destroyed this? They have destroyed that. I think some of the work that was going on was the destruction of that. So what I can do now is put my herbalist down here, like so, and run out of builders. Maybe I might halt building on the fish thing. I don't know though, I kind of need it. I'd say the fish thing is a bit more urgent. I could also do with another hunting cabin because there are a lot of animals around here just waiting to die. But I don't have any coverage down here because my hunting cabin, as all things are, is up here because I had just had to slap everything down and hope for the best. You can have hunting cabins in towns. They do, animals do wander into towns, but it's not ideal. It's not great. Somebody's just taken all the food there. Did you notice? It just all vanished. Great. Brilliant. Oh, don't dong at me. I know that somebody's just taken all the food. Oh, the reserve of stone is low. Well, it will be because we're using it to create this thing down here. Or not, as we haven't added any stone to it yet. I need more people. I'm really, really tempted to let the kids out of school, but then we just end up with a load of uneducated people, which isn't great. Eventually I'll put a storage barn down here so that the fishing people don't have to walk all the way to the market to give their fish away, but for the time being, that's what's going to happen. Somebody's working hard down here. Who is it? I can't see anybody. Hiding in the forest there. Well, the stone is going somewhere as well, so we must be using it. Is it the herbalist? Yes. Ah, look. Actually, a lot of stone has gone to the herbalist. They're working on that quick. All the logs are already there. That's great news, but I do definitely need some more stone now. And we can only get that from down here. So what I'm going to have to do is sort of prioritise the stone crushing. We've got enough firewood now. I'll take the woodcutter and the blacksmith off temporarily. And hopefully they'll come down here and do a bit of stone cutting. But I mean, I'm prioritising that. They'll do what they want, as you can see by the fact that one of the tag team is over here. Oh, it's Velar. Velar is gathering food. But Velar isn't gathering food because Velar is gathering stone. They're doing roughly the right things. I've got 6 students now. If I released the 6 students, I'd be in a better position to get people to do stuff, but unfortunately, they would also not be educated, which in the long run isn't great, because education makes them work quicker, and I think probably a bit smarter as well. I'm not sure whether they work smarter, but they certainly work quicker. That's why you have to put paths down as well, because they move a bit quicker. And I think that you probably don't really notice it in the grand scheme of things while you're playing, but I suspect over time it probably makes quite a big difference. So. Still got no food. What a horrible feeling. This is going to be one of those ones where it's just difficult to get food, and I'll end up with fishing docks and stuff all over the place in the hope of managing it. Sometimes food's really easy. You end up with thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of food that nobody's eating. But this is not one of those days, unfortunately, which is a bit of a pity. Right, how's my herbalist getting on up here? I think we're all just fighting over the last bits of stone, aren't we, at the moment? It's not good to have your locusts on with multiple priorities. I'm going to turn that off for a minute. I'll stop the building there. We'll put another fisherman on. And we'll put the blacksmith back on because we need some tools. That is not a good symbol. That means the house does not have food in it. That's not good. Because an entire family of 5 dying at this stage would be... well, it would be crap, actually. Is it better to have more uneducated food gatherers? That's my question. Oh god, it's spreading. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh no, right, I'm letting school out. Sorry, I'm letting school out for the extra fishermen. And I'm going to put some fly fishing people down here. So where does the zone for this one end? About sort of around that mushroom. There could be a catastrophe on here, which I'm sure all of you will enjoy enormously. Let's just start plumbing the lake for as many fish as possible. Put one up here while I'm waiting to build that particular fishing dock. And once I've got enough stone and stuff, I will also try to do a hunting lodge, because that will, or a gatherer's hut, either will get us things. We've got people with no tools coming down here. That's not good either. I have tools. Why do you not have tools? Tools makes them really ineffective, so that's not great. Right, I've seen some more food come in and go out again in the meantime, so are we starving still? One household is. The other managed to get hold of some venison and some roots. That's good. There's nothing worse than seeing a load of people starve, so I think we are just going to have to pray. There's 2 starve icons, incidentally. There's house doesn't have food, and there's person doesn't have food. And when person doesn't have food starts appearing in the top corner here next to person doesn't have tools, that's when you know you're in trouble, basically. If you've just arrived, I'm in trouble. And I'm hoping that my trout people are going to save me, because there's baskets of trout everywhere. Trout is a little bit cheaty. It is a mod. But ultimately, I quite liked the idea of people being able to go fishing. So that's what they do. Right, I've built something. Is it the herbalist that I've built? It is the herbalist that I've built. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one off instead, and we'll demolish that one, I think, for the time being. Because we're okay for herbs, I think. So, let's remove that structure there. I mean, I suppose, arguably, I could leave it just in case I need another herbalist. It's just not really the absolute best place. Actually, instead of... let's not do that. Let's not do that. Let's just not have that one working. Look at these. They're still starving. Why are you not getting food? Just go and get some food. I'm sure there's some food near you. Look, there's 22 onions and 22 mushrooms in a barn near you. But you need to go and get it. There we go. Oh, I was going to say there we go, but the food... they've eaten it already. Just eaten 22 mushrooms. And whatever else. Oh well, at least they're not starving anymore. That's good. But the town is still starving. Oh no, I've got 3... oh no! There are citizens that are hungry. Oh, for God. Well, don't come out here and work. Finding food. Yes. Food that was in this shed. Oh man. Oh no. Dangle the labourer, who I don't even know, but he's called Dangle. Was called Dangle. He's died of starvation. Drat. Oh no, this is not good at all. Because once the food comes in, they have to go and get it, and some of them are stupid and they don't. Right, we need another fishing dock then. Bring me my other fishing dock, and we're going to absolutely do this lake for all it's worth. Fish all the things. Oh god, that's really bad. I don't like it when they starve. It makes me feel personally responsible. Which I suppose I probably am. Oh, they're coming down here and getting stone as well. I'm not sure that that's such a good idea, actually, but anyway. Do what you want. Meanwhile, my vendor is coming with some tools. That's good. Oh, I thought that was another dead person, though, but it isn't. It's the reserve of logs is low, and actually I need to be careful about that because I don't currently have a forester cutting down logs. Because I removed the forester in favour of the herbalist. So what I'm going to need them to do is harvest a few trees as well at some point, which they thoroughly enjoy doing. And it's what they earned them their name as, locusts. Right, so I've got a fishing thing being built, and I've got some trees potentially being cut down, and I've got some stone being cut, which I can hear. And I have a herbalist who's possibly in a better place, possibly not. I'm tempted to take a herbalist off because at the moment we're kind of okay with that. I'd rather have just people going and getting resources, really. The blacksmith is in post and making some tools. That's good. Hello to Esse de Ombre. I hope I pronounced that right. Esse de Ombre, who says hi. Welcome. I don't think I've ever seen you here before. Oh, just in time to see that Tanise the fisherman has died of starvation. Jenny the YouTuber has just died of irony. Why didn't you just eat the blinking fish? I mean, honestly. I told you, they're stupid. From time to time, they can be really silly. He says, do you have any seeds? No, because at the moment, let me show you, I'll show you the map. At the moment, the only way that I have to get seeds is through trading. And the only way I can have trading is through this river. And this river is quite far away from my town. So I've speculatively put in a trading post for the day when eventually I'm able to do that. But alas, no, I didn't start with any seeds. We're in hard mode. But we're okay. We're going to do this through fish and eventually probably through a bit more venison. We eat well around here sometimes. I do have food in storage at the moment. I just need to hope that people go and get it. And you can see that my fly fishers are doing quite well. Oh, Luana's fishing now. Luana's changed jobs. Oh, God. Norwood Rowe the child has died of starvation. Well, that's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. Yep, it is a bad map. I agree. It is. It started off okay because I've got quite a lot of resources. Stone, iron, logs, that kind of thing. But yeah, food. No, food is bad. This is one of those ones where food is a nightmare. But I shall persist and people will die. But we'll get there eventually. Got lots of stone now. They must have been going off and getting stone. So hopefully I can tell them to get on with this. And they'll do it. Meanwhile, I know what will get them over here. A nice path. Because they like doing that. Got plenty of tools and coats now, which is great. Every time I look at food now, there is food. It's always in multiples of 22. I'm not quite sure why. Hello, Neutrino in YouTube. Welcome to you. Been quite a few of you this afternoon, but does anybody remember the golden days of getting like 50 people watching Banished at a time? It was amazing. Absolutely amazing. Have I started the barn at the top? Have I started the barn at the top? I don't know what you mean by that. That's barn. There's a barn here. It's got onions in it. I haven't started the market at the top yet because I don't have the resources, but I will do. I will do soon. I suppose I could start that as well, but it would strip all my stone and I could do with them using the stone down here for the time being. Look at all these buckets of fish. I just need somebody to collect all the buckets of fish. That's it, Luana. You get those trout. I told you that they'd create the path. What is it about the path? Oh, you won't do this, but you'll create a path. Boo! We started up here. The little storage cart is there. So we started in this very sheltered area. Unfortunately sheltered from anything of any great use. But we're okay. We're doing alright. I've only killed like 5 people. It's fine. It's fine. 1 death is too many, but I can hear some seriously hard work going on, I know that much. Somebody's going doom, 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 take that piece of stone, or whatever it is. But is that they're generating their own techno music? It's one or the other. Right, how are we doing with this now? We're not really. Well, you've got a path now, so get on with it. Get on with it. We can't put anything on the small island in the lake. I have investigated that extensively. The best I could do is put a fly fisher on it. It won't let me have anything else. And sadly, Banished does not have terraforming tools. Because Parkitect, it ain't whatever YouTube says. I do think it's a bit of a shame they don't go out in the boat. I would like them to go out in the boat, but they don't do that. But look at all these people getting me fish. Gerald, he's got 10. Luana's got none at the moment, but there's much around. There's much around. This is good. Oh, look at him. Look at him. Look at him gathering. How much you got? How much you got? 20. Wow. This is great. And who is this? This is Margaret. I don't think we've met Margaret. For reasons best known to Margaret, she's carrying around 8 trout. And she's just walked off with 3 stone when I need 3 stone. Lunch calls, apparently. That's great, thanks. Thanks a lot for that. Brilliant. Oh well, I'm close. We're getting there, we're getting there, we're getting there. We're getting there. Come on. Come on. Do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Yes, in Foundation they will use boats because Foundation's like 2 weeks old and this is like 6 years old. So, yeah, unfortunately Banished has never really been... Well, it's never been updated, actually. There's never been another version. There's a workshop with lots of interesting bits in it, but we need Banished 2. It's slightly better. It's slightly better and it makes more sense. That would be great. But look at all these buckets of fish. Fish. Neutrino says, was it, what is it? Or it actually says, what is it you're trying to build? A town, a workable village where people don't die. So I haven't been like completely successful at that so far. You just keep expanding and expanding and expanding and expanding and we're starving again. Who is it? It's Velar. That's not good. That's not good. Well, I hope you find some food. Because otherwise your families are going to die. Good grief. And yet, they won't build this! You idiots! I need you to build this! For God's sake! I've got loads of stone now. Build the thing! Come on. Good God. Oh, Vassady. Vasady's gonna die. Look away now. No fish in my markets. You are gonna die. I am really sorry. This has gone quite badly on the food front. I was doing alright until I got more people. Right. Stop removing the resources now because you're just taking the mick. Whoa, hang on a minute. When did I tell them to get all this? Whoa, whoa. No, no, hang on a minute. No, I'm telling them to remove the resources. No, I don't want you to remove the resources. I want you to leave the resources alone completely, please. And do this instead. That would be great. My kingdom for 2 pieces of stone. And some trout. Oh, no. Velar has died. Boo. Well, that'll teach you. That's on you, that is, not me. They are a pain. Oh no! Who else has gone? Vasady's gone as well. Sometimes. Sometimes. Because it is a bit buggy, this. Sometimes. They don't ever go and get food, they just die. I once had a village where there was a tiny bit of land sticking out. And I put some people... In fact, no, I didn't put people on it. They put themselves on it and then wouldn't come back. I just had people like committing suicide on this little bit of land that was jutting out, and that was horrible. So, yeah. Oh, God, good God. And it's always the same houses as well. It's almost like they're too stupid to go and find food. Have you got food now? No? You're a fisherman. You're next to food all day. What is wrong with you? I have been known occasionally to just knock houses down in the hope that they'll start being sensible. See, these people went and got some trout, so that's good. There's somebody with a box of fish here. Who is it? Is it Ulicio? Right, Ulicio, your family is starving and you're not getting fit. Do you see what I mean? Do you see what I mean? They're a bit thick. Fine, well, you're going to die then. You're going to die. Oh, you're not going to die. You are going to die. You're not going to die. Make up your mind. Make up your mind. But just get some stinking food. There's loads of fish around. Just get some food. Man, you are a fisherman. It's in the clue's in the name. Sigh. And they're not doing this. They're just refusing to do that. Fine. What if I put in a gatherer's hut? What if I put in a hunting cabin? What if I put in whatever is useful for you? Whatever you want to do. They just lose interest sometimes. I could just put a gatherer's hut in, like here, temporarily. See whether they're interested in that. Because they might not be. I'm going to take my blacksmith off because I've got lots of tools. Add them to the builders. It's all gone a bit quiet down here. I can't imagine why. Right, have you got food, Luana? Yes. 10 trout. Right, you need to run home and put the 10 trout into the house. I've just realised, actually, you've got together with Alicio. I didn't realise that. Well, You need to run. Run back to your house and give them this food. Do not put the fish on the market. I will go mental. You need to put your food in the house. Food in the house. Not on the market. Food in the house. Food in the not on the market. You've just put it on the market, haven't you? I hate you. I hate you. Man, the fisherman's now died. Hang on a minute. If you just gone and put it down and then picked it back up again? Idiots. 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 Anyway, right. Are we all happy now? Dear oh dear. Right. Anyway. Do you want to get on with this? They really enjoyed building this. Now you know. Oh! You're building the path. Oh, thank you so much, Generals. Building the path, not building the fishing dock. Anyway, nobody's starving anymore, so we're all. Oh, I lied. I lied. There's no pleasing some people. Fine. Do what you want. Just do what you want. Just do what you want. Maybe I'll get more people down here. Maybe I'll make you build a house down here and then you can live in it and come over here. Right, what you got? What you got early? Some stone. Well, that's really useful. At least the music's relaxing, eh? Hello, Timo. He says, why is everyone playing Banished again? Are they? Are they? I didn't know that. That's good. At least it's not just me. And by everyone, I mean Jenny and Sips. Oh, Sips is playing again, is he? I've met Sips. Fascinating fact. He doesn't know who I am, but I have met him. Right, Generald. Don't do anything stupid. Putin says, so Jenny's everyone. Sadly not. Even if I was the last channel on YouTube, I think some people wouldn't watch me, so... I was just saying that I used to get over double the number of people watching this. So maybe there'll be a bit more interest in it, I don't know. Maybe they won't. We'll soon find out. Boxes of fish coming in again. Woohoo! Neutrino says, I'm downloading Wolfenstein Enemy Territory for a bit of nostalgia. I'm trying to think if I've been playing any other nostalgic games. I did have another crack at NHL 95 the other day, that was good. And while I've been emptying my back bedroom out because of the moth problem, I found my original CDs for NHL 95, NHL 96, NBA Live 96, the original SimCity, Phantasmagoria 2, which is going straight on eBay, and what was the other one? Myst. I found all of those things. The funny thing is that I don't even remember buying Myst. I have no memory of it at all. I've obviously bought it on a budget thing, you know, like $4.99 label. Oh, and The Seventh Guest, I found that as well. That was a supremely irritating game, wasn't it? Wow. That cake puzzle was the worst. Had a really cool theme tune though, called The Game, and it came as an audio track on the CD. And it was followed up with a sequel called The 11th Hour. And I've never seen it, never played it, but one of the screenshots is definitely a cheese grater and some severed fingers, so I'm sure that's fun. I've just noticed, look, who do I have to thank for this? It's Generald. Generald has come through. That's good. Neutrino says that Seventh Guest is all graphics and no gameplay. Yep, you have got a point. I did like the idea of it a lot though. At the time it was kind of cool. Timo says Riven, which is the sequel to Myst for anybody who doesn't know, is one of my all-time favourite games. But I've never been a fan of Myst or any of the other sequels. Has it had a relatively recent sequel, that? I think there were about 6 or 7 sequels to Myst, if I remember rightly. The funny thing is that I genuinely don't remember playing it. Maybe I bought it thinking I should probably play this and never did, because I used to have a friend who raved about it when she finally got her colour Macintosh and she was able to play Myst. Oh, those are the days. There's no feeling like the 90s, is there, for anybody who lived through it? There's no feeling like it. It was wonderful. Things came out and they were great, or they weren't, or whatever. But it was so exciting. I don't think anybody will ever recreate that excitement again, unfortunately, but certainly not in this game anyway, 'cause this isn't really very exciting, but it's nice to be able to talk and play at the same time. Oh, they're still chopping this up. I don't want you to do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. We've got other things that need doing instead. Thanks. Like whistling. Probably need to write a song to that. I was lying in bed the other night remembering that many years ago when I first did Mini Metro, if anybody remembers that London Underground game, I actually wrote a song about it and never recorded it, so I should probably do that, just apropos of nothing. Record a song about Mini Metro. Right, this is Weavery. I don't know Weavery. Weavery is a fisherman. If you want to talk 90s games, I'm all for talking 90s games. Seriously, let's do it. I could talk all day about 90s games because, you know, they're great. I don't know them all. I didn't play them all, but it would be really nice to have a chat about them. Right, my fishing dock is up. It's up. Yes, great. That's good. That's very good because I've got no food. I also have no wood. That's bad. What my builder's building again? The gatherer's hut, which is completely not what I want. Oh, and the house. Let's put the paws on the gatherer's hut and then I can have not blacksmith, a woodcutter. Timo says he was wrong. Sips is playing Ostriv. What's Ostriv? It's Virsto back to front. So everyone really does consist of only me. Well, there we go. Only me. That's very 90s as well, isn't it? For anybody who remembers that. Right, they've done well on this house, haven't they? Well done, Charry. We've never met Charry. Charry is an 18-year-old who probably should have had an education by now, but hasn't. Doing a damn good job, Charry. I like you. You can stay. This family, meanwhile, are cold and starving. It's not going to end well for them. Spoiler. I've just noticed, actually, there's a Snorlax raid going on next to my house. Shall I have a go at that with, like, I played Banished with one hand and Snorlax with the other? 26,000 hit points? Yeah, that's not happening. Never mind, eh? Right, good. That's the house done. So who's going to move in? Put those builders onto being fishermen. Who's going to move in? This is Margaret and Michaeli. We've never Michaeli either, but this does appear to be an 18-year-old with a 10-year-old. Look away, children. This stream is not suitable for kids. I need my woodcutter to get on with it. I've really messed that up. I didn't even realise I didn't have enough. Oh well. It is 15 degrees, so it's not terrible. It's not completely terrible. Not yet. It's terrible. Everybody's starving and dying and freezing. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. The town will live. Promise. Part of the problem is they're not having enough kids, I think. Need more children. Right, why is there a load of trees coming down? I thought I told you not to do that. They're just falling down anyway. What is Ostriv, by the way, Timo? Is that a Myst sequel, or is it just another game? I'm interested now. Is it 90s? If it's 90s, I'm really, really interested. Right, we've got boxes of fish all over the place now. All over the place. Look, boxes everywhere. Oh no. Weavery's died. Again, another fisherman. What is wrong with you? Just eat the blinking fish when it comes out of the lake. It's not difficult, is it? For God's sake, do I have to tell you everything around here? Ostriv has people walking around and building things. That's intriguing. That's my kind of game. I'm just going to look it up now. I don't like all people wandering around building things games, but Ostriv, which sounds like somebody spelt ostrich wrong. A city building game that puts you in the role of a governor of an 18th century town to challenge your creative skills and management abilities. Dive into the story mode and decide the fate of your country, or just build your cities for fun in sandbox mode. Now that sounds like my kind of crap, that does. It came out about a month ago, no, 6 weeks ago. How much is it? It's early access. 20 quid? What? Much like Cities Skylines is the spiritual successor to SimCity 4, Ostriv is the spiritual successor to Banished. Wow, wow, wow. Well, interesting. Very interesting indeed. Everybody's dying and starving. I've got no spare people left. Everybody's gonna die. And I was doing so well. Never mind though. I don't think anybody really thought I was going to do any good at this. That's not how this channel works. We enjoy not being good at things around here. I say we. I am really interested in Ostriv now though. I don't know whether I can justify 20 quid at the moment, but I am really interested. Actually, that reminds me, spending money. I was going to put a video up and then I didn't, and I must do. I bought a new little video camera with my Patreon money this month, so thank you very much if you're a patron. It's just got slightly better quality video than my last camera, I think. I didn't go for anything mental because I can't really afford it more generally than that, but yeah, little camcorder, which is cool. It's what I filmed my roller coaster videos on, but the light wasn't great in those, and also whenever I try and render the video, I haven't quite got my render settings right yet, but all of that will be worked out in time, I'm sure, so that's kind of cool. Oh no, Early's died. Early's died, that's terrible. Right, this is not going well, is it? I've got boxes of fish everywhere. Essay says you need 2 labourers all the time. Oh no! Well, in that case, I'll take a gatherer off and a fisherman off, and they can come and get these blinking boxes of fish. Because we've got food. We've got food. It's you, isn't it? This stupid house. This is Laver and Pamelane. Go and get food, you fools. I think they have. Have you got food? Yeah? You got food? Oh no! As your child died. Oh, I'm so sorry. She didn't manage to get the food there in time. That's terrible. Hello, Zagrabista. I'm not quite sure what you're trying to tell me there. Does that mean oh no? Because if it does, you'd be right. I just haven't got enough people at the moment. Oh no. Lethan the woodcutter's died now. But I haven't got any wood. There is no firewood. Oh god. Anyway, look, somebody can step in and take her place. In fact, I have a spare locust. Let's get them onto fishing. I've rescued towns that have gone down to like 4 people before now. So I'm not scared. Oh god. McKaylee's died now. It's always the fish people who are dying, and that's really silly. It's really silly. It's not we haven't got any woods, we haven't got the people to do the woods, that's the problem. But we did have the person to do the wood, and then that person didn't do the wood properly, and then died anyway, so yeah. The irony is, of course, the more people die, the easier it gets because we don't have to feed them. Right, who have we got here? This is Lucien, or Lucien, who is a fisherman. And then we've got Margaret. She's collecting trout. That's good. Who have we got down here? This is Ulysio's still alive. That's good. That's excellent. See, he's getting something to eat. He's got 5 fish literally stuffed in his pants. So I don't really know what the problem is there. Who's this? Oh, it's Luana. Luana is also getting something to eat from the old marche down here. Might put that back on. Oh, except I haven't got any builders. I've got no labourers, I've got no builders, I haven't got enough gatherers, I haven't got anybody. I'm going to take the herbalist off. I'm going to take the herbalist off so that you all get ill. I'm going to take the hunter off as well, because although they do food, they've got more than enough leather, and it would be nice to pick some of this fish up. Maybe I could get somebody started on a gatherer's hut, eh? Anyway, we're not talking 90s games anymore, are we? Talk 90s games at me, please. That was all the games I had, I think. Oh no, I found... Actually, no, I lied. I had some big box games as well. I found Premier Manager 3, which also had a load of other games in it. On the Ball 2. The original boxes for NHL 96 and NBA Live 96, which are in very good condition indeed. SimCity 2000 on floppy. Got to remember buying that. It was great. And oh, I can't remember what the other one was. There were definitely a couple of others. And then the box for Football Masters, but not the actual CD. Zagrabista says, SimCity 2000, yes! And, controversial opinion, 1998 is the best year for games. Do you agree? What came out in 1998? Wabbit Hunter says Wing Commander and Mech Warrior. And Zagrabista also says Civilization 2. You see, I was into all of the sort of sports management games, so I had Ultimate Soccer Manager, Ultimate Soccer Manager 2, Premier Manager 3, On the Ball World Cup Edition. And then I would have had some SimCities, and I used to download old DOS games. Oh, now you're all talking. Here we go. Now you're all talking. Jane says, do you remember Tim or TIM? Nope, I don't think I do. 98 was Thief, Half-Life, Unreal, possibly. Yeah, it might have been. Might have been. Populous, The Incredible Machine. That's Tim, The Incredible Machine. It rings a bell, but I don't know it. I don't know it. Trying to think what else would have come out around then. You see, for me, I think 1995 might be the year that sticks in my head. When did Phantasmagoria come out? I think maybe I'm just a little bit earlier than that. I hear a lot of trees being cut down. Are they just falling down? Oh no, of course I've got them doing this, haven't I? I forgot about that. Timo says all my 90s games were on PlayStation 1 and Nintendo 64. Final Fantasy 7 and Mario 64. I didn't have a console. I didn't have a PlayStation until I got to university, which would have been much later than it came out. My first game on the PlayStation was LMA Manager, the first one. Chaos Engine 1992, yeah. When did the Dizzy games come out and that sort of thing? Was that the really early 90s? Because one of my friends had an Amiga and she had Pinball Fantasies, Pinball Dreams, all the Dizzy games, Rainbow Islands, I think. Rainbow Islands? No, yeah. Yeah, Rainbow Islands and one or two other bits. And I didn't, so that was quite exciting. But I think that might have been a bit earlier than that. Elder Scrolls Arena? Yes! You see, I didn't get to know about the Elder Scrolls until Morrowind. And even then I didn't have it, because it came out for the Xbox and it got reviewed on, like, you know, CFAX or something. And I was like, that sounds good. And then I didn't actually get a copy until 19... what am I on about? 2006? Yeah, in fact, it was when Oblivion came out. So I didn't get Morrowind until Oblivion came out, and a friend of mine had Oblivion on the Xbox, and it just blew me away. I'm sure I've told this story 1,000 times. And my computer was a bit crap, and he actually gave me a computer because he had one sitting under his stairs, which had a graphics card in it, and I've never looked back. I loved it. But anyway, we're out of the 90s. Alien Breed was 95. Oh god, Doom. Yeah, just Doom, generally, Doom. Daggerfall was 96. Doom, funnily enough, actually, that's another one of the ones that I found. I found the original shareware floppy for Doom. Do you remember when you used to, everywhere, from computer shops to garages to bookshops to random places they shouldn't have been, like everywhere had these counter stands of shareware games. I used to browse through those, and what did I have? I got Doom, and I got what was the wave file editor? What was the wave file editor called? Can't remember. Anyway, and what else would I have some sort of image editor, because that was the cheap way to get stuff like that. And they were like 3 for a tenner or something, I don't know, but yeah. First level of Doom. Cool Edit, thank you Saint Lord, yes, Cool Edit, that's the one. Can't remember what the image program was called though. So yeah, my god, that takes me. This is the thing, is that like, you'll never have the excitement of this again. Never. I remember the excitement of seeing a 6-speed CD-ROM drive in a shop. I mean, you kids today don't know the born. They'll never have that excitement again. Never. And also, they'll never have the kind of, like, not being able to afford sort of the... How can I put it? Like, you know, like when you get a new smartphone, it's just another smartphone, really. They might say how much amazingly better they are, but let's face it, I have never got another smartphone and thought, oh my god, this is such an improvement on the last one. Not really. I appreciate that some of you will, but I haven't really. I don't know, I can't explain it. It's just, you know, a 6-speed CD-ROM drive, just having a CD-ROM drive at all. And I think we bought it. I just think we bought it, if I remember rightly. I was on holiday. I think we bought it. So yeah. But like big box games, and them having stuff in the box, like the manual and catalogues and registration cards, and sometimes you got other things like stickers and just other stuff. It's not the same anymore, damn it! It's not the same anymore! It really isn't! And having to wait to get games as well, having to wait to get games. All of that sort of thing. Just, I miss it. I genuinely do, I miss it. That's why, like, LGR is a really, really good show, like, really good channel, because you go through all of that again. But yeah, it's just not the same anymore, I'm afraid. Everybody's listing games now. System Shock and Ultimate Underworld. And I'm just going, yes, Ultimate Soccer Manager, because that was the sort of thing I played. Yeah, oh god, right, you got me going now. Like all the Sierra games, King's Quest, Leisure Suit Larry, Phantasmagoria, Space Quest, was there one called Space Quest? I remember going to visit friends in Canada who had some of those, and it was just the most exciting thing ever. Paputin says, I remember my first PC. It was totally a gamer PC and I had a huge 2 gig hard disk. You see, I remember my first gaming PC and I think it had a huge, like, 32k of RAM, and that was with an expansion board. Hard disks were the stuff of a madman's dreams. Bongo Baggins says, I completed Space Quest 3. Brilliant game. Jane says the first Sims games had to be translated by the slowest company over here, so I used to have to wait a month or two for them. Sims, you see, even then actually, the Sims, when that first came out, the level of excitement was still there, because I had the original Sims on the GameCube. And I remember going and buying that and it just being insanely exciting and staying up until God knows what time in the morning. Like I think that might be the only game that's had me, other than poker, that's had me up until like 3 o'clock in the morning. God, yeah, even then, even in the late turn of the millennium, games still had that excitement to them. Yeah, it's just, yeah. It's just, it's lost now. It's lost. I wish I could send some of you back in time to experience it, because it would blow your mind. Blow your mind. Yeah, it really would. Bongo says, I only played The Sims once and it annoyed me so much that I sold all the windows and doors and started a fire. I haven't played it since, oh dear. I must admit that when I saw the sort of premise behind it, I did sort of think, really? But I seem to remember paying, I think I might have even paid full price for it, which is very unlike me. And a friend of mine got so addicted to it at the time that he like had to uninstall it and give it to his mum. I do remember that. Timo says, I found having to go to work every day in the original Sims extremely stressful. I didn't do that. I just stayed at home and made garden gnomes. And then I bought The Sims Busting Out, which I think was a console-only version, so it was like level-based. Well, that was quite good. In fact, I said that was quite good. I've still got all this stuff somewhere. I think I traded in the original Sims for Busting Out, because I think by then I had a computer that ran the original one. In fact, some of you will have seen me doing that as well. That ended quite badly. Yeah. But we're out of the 90s now. We're out of the 90s. I'm just trying to think of the other 90s ones. You see, the thing is, I had an Acorn. So I had an Acorn with a PC card inside it. So I kind of had like the worst of both worlds, that you could hardly get any games to the Acorn, and the PC card wouldn't bloody run anything. So, like June 2? I've got that on my tablet now. It's incredible, isn't it? Tyrion, that's on my tablet. X Beyond the Frontier. I don't remember that. Didn't really play the spacey type games. I'm trying to think if there were any other kind of building-y type games. I didn't really have them. I mean, I used to go and dig off, like dig up the old DOS games off abandonware sites like Nightmare on Elm Street. Like, I'm sure there was one that was just called the football game that took out hours of my time at university, and it was terrible. I just liked the fact that you could play a team called Compostela because it just amused me. Oh, Theme Hospital, of course. Thank you, Paputin. Yeah, Theme Hospital, 1997. Oh, that was a revelation. The vending machine's working. Because I bought that in a pack with a couple of other things. Like, I always got games like 2 years after they came out, so they were really cheap. And I got Theme Hospital. No, sorry, I got Big Box Theme Hospital. And I've still got the disc, and it really galls me that I haven't still got the big box, because it had a really cool manual. You throw so much stuff out when you move house, don't you? Or your parents do. But no, the 3-pack I bought was Grand Theft Auto. That was the one that came out in 90... Was that 98? Grand Theft Auto, Interstate 76, and I can't remember what the other one was, but that has just reminded me about Carmageddon and how controversial Carmageddon was. and they had to take the people out of it. But yeah, theme park, of course. Again, that was my friend with the Mac who had that, and she taught me all the cheat codes. I tried to get that running the other day. I think I mentioned this in the last stream, and it runs too. It's a bit wobbly. I don't know. It's a bit wobbly. It just doesn't run all that well, even through GOG. I still have my original GTA disc because I absolutely love the music. I mean, I really love the music. I will happily sit and listen to the music all day, so I still have the CD. Can't think. But there were a couple I actually bought back, like SimCity Classic, Big Box SimCity Classic, which I remember buying very, very clearly from our local Currys, but the white label version. I got rid of it and bought it back not that long ago because I just couldn't stop thinking about it. I was like, I used to really like having that. Yeah, it was the video version, it's the enhanced version, so it has people telling you off, which holds up the whole game and drives you nuts, but it is good fun. I think you can play that online, actually. I think that's been legally released somewhere. I also had... a lot of you will have seen Summer and Winter Games. You'll remember those. And also... the same company did a golf game. It was Jack Nicklaus Golf, and it had a course editor, which was, you know, unbelievable. That was a huge thing. I used to go to Gold Street Software in Northampton. Oh my goodness me. I've taken myself right back now. That bloke, I'm sure, is sadly long since dead, the guy who ran that, but going to Northampton and going to Gold Street Software, which was this tiny little shop, and he used to have all sorts of things really cheap. And I remember getting on the ball there and just playing it so much that, yeah, what can I say? I've played it a few times on this channel as well, and everybody's like, I don't know about this. It's brilliant. It's utterly brilliant. I'm trying to find the League Edition and eventually managing to do so off some abandonware site and not having the instructions. But the On the Ball World Cup edition is just... that is it. That is the game for me, I think. If you were to say to me what one game represents your childhood and always takes you back and always gives you that feeling in your stomach that I can't quite describe about the 90s, that's the one. Wabbit Hunter says in the 80s PC mags would put programs in the back of their issues where you could type in the code. Yep, oh my god, yes. And if you subscribed, you got the discs where somebody had already typed them out for you. That's how I was able to program a little bit actually in the 80s and 90s, just in BASIC. I remember doing, oh get this, I remember doing a Sweet Valley High choose your own adventure game. And I also used to enjoy like going into programs and adjusting them slightly. So Premiere Manager 3 has these fax messages that come in, and I used to like getting into the game and changing them so changing them into something really silly. And the only way I could do it was to put the executable file into like Notepad. And you had to make sure that whatever you took out of the text, you had to put the right number of spaces back in, because otherwise it crashed the whole game. And so I remember changing... there's a message that's something like, police have informed you that arson was the cause of last night's fire at your ground. And I think I changed it to something like, police have informed you that you were the cause of last night's fire at your ground, or something like that. But yeah, just great. Just great. Zagrabista's childhood game is Head Over Heels from 1987. Timo says, changing random numbers on graphics programs is always fun, and eventually I learned how to use data commands on the C64 and made some fun programs. It's funny, isn't it? I think maybe if somebody had sat me down and really got me to do all of that stuff, that's where my brain would have gone. But unfortunately, I say unfortunately, I don't know, maybe it's not unfortunate, depends how you look at it, but I think if somebody had sat me down then and there'd been sort of coding classes available at schools and that sort of thing, I'd have learnt it and my brain would have done it. Now I've tried on several occasions over the years to pick up C or Python or whatever, and I just can't. I can't get there. I just don't, like. I just lose interest after about 10 minutes, which is a bit of a shame. But yeah, my brain just doesn't quite go there. But I think if I'd had to learn it, because I went on to code HTML as well, not brilliantly, but I knew how to do it and throw together a sort of basic functional web page that looked all right. But I've grown out of it. My brain sort of grew out of it as I went down the whole like social language kind of route and art and that sort of thing. But coding would have been a lot more useful in these days, but who would have known that that would have been the case? Oh, you've taken me all the way back now. All the way back. It's brilliant. And nobody else has died, actually, while I've been talking. But neither do I really have many children now, so we should probably build some houses. Get them breeding again. A bit like the moths in my studio. Today was supposed to be a chocolate video, because a UK company has sent me a mystery parcel, which is extraordinarily exciting. I was supposed to film that today, but unfortunately I haven't been able to, because there was an invasion of my studio by some moths who need removing. But it doesn't matter, because we've had a fantastic chat about the 90s, and that has sort of, it's brought that feeling back, which is a lovely feeling. It's just I miss it when it goes. Nothing ever really feels that new anymore. I think it's because like people are so keen to get stuff to market. It's all about money, isn't it? Get it to market, get the money, whatever. Not what is the most incredible product that we can produce in a big box that will make it stunningly memorable, and which, you know, people will love and cherish. That's not what it's about anymore, is it? It's really sad. Oh, God, that turned cold very quickly there, crumbs. We have no firewood. That's not good. Have I got a woodcutter? Yes, I have. I'm glad you've all been getting on without me. I've just been sort of instinctively moving stuff around. Dear. I've got some food anyway, look. Food. Just haven't got much in the way of anything else. This isn't working anymore, is it? My herbalist isn't working, so I can remove all these trees, because they don't need herbs on them anymore, because this is going at some point. I just haven't got enough people. I need lots and lots and lots of people. Oh no! Naught, 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 naught. That's definitely not good. I keep telling myself I'm going to do a techno remix of this song. I still haven't done it. It's nice to see so many of you here. I was lamenting that I used to get kind of double this for streams, but there are 23 people watching, which is cool. I haven't had any dings today. I hope you're at least pressing the like button, that would be great. Right, come on, let's build these houses, because I need people. Even though I'll get more people to feed, I'll also get more people to breed, and that's quite important. Just realised, actually, I've been going for like 2 hours. Probably take a break, have a drink. The Zagrabist has just gone ding, thank you, that's good. If you're new here and you don't really know whether to subscribe or not, you so should. At least in YouTube. I'm not the same channel in YouTube, I'm Jennyverse Live, because somebody had nicked Jennyverse on there, which is really annoying. Hello, Dr. Jekyll, he says, well, okay, I've pressed the like button. Good! You can stay, that's good. I like the fact that I've all drawn you out of your lurking modes through talking about 90s games. We should just have a chat about 90s games. I'll get those biscuits that Paputin sent me, and we'll just sit and have, like, eat biscuits and talk about the 90s. Timo said, for years I thought when I retire maybe I'll open up a DVD shop. So much for that. The thing is, Timo, you've got to look at this in a more sort of long distance, long term way here, because they'll be back. You know it. They'll be back. Like DVDs will suddenly become fashionable again because stuff like that always does. You will end up with a DVD shop. What I would really like to do, and I'm genuine about this, it's just I think that financially it would be suicide, is to open up a like a sort of not sci-fi, like a memorabilia shop, and just put all, like, loads of the memorabilia I want to get rid of in it, so I'd immediately have loads of stock. Few comics, few sporting bits, few sci-fi bits, some film stuff, and have a little cafe that just serves really easy food like toasted sandwiches and stuff, soft drinks and that kind of thing. And make my money through the cafe, but also have all this interesting stuff in it. I mean, I could literally open a sports card shop. I don't think anybody would want to buy my sports cards, but I could open one my first day with a load of my own stuff in it. And if I sold it, then great. And if I didn't, then I still get to look at it. Timo says there's a place in Seattle. Oh, excuse me. That's my enchiladas repeating on me. There's a place in Seattle that manages to get by selling DVDs and laserdiscs. Wow. Laserdiscs never took off in the UK. Not really. In fact, no, not at all. Not at all. We went straight down the DVD route. And yet, funnily enough, Blu-ray didn't do particularly brilliantly. They still sell them here, but we do have shops full of this stuff. But DVDs is a bit of a shame because I used to really enjoy going and just buying random DVDs. You know, I really like just being able to walk around and look at something and go, oh, that's £4, I'll have that. It's not quite the same as just downloading stuff, although I appreciate that downloading stuff is much easier. Got even more people in now. It's all this 90s talk. I should just scrap the game. Right, got another building finished here. That's good. What's not good is I haven't got any firewood. Well, I have got a woodcutter though, haven't I? Yeah, look, there's loads here. That's good. I'm not educating anybody, by the way, because I've forgotten. Timo says DVDs came out just in time for me not to buy a Laserdisc player, and if they'd been 6 months later I would have had one. Would have been worth a fortune now, I'm sure. Or not. We were quite early adopters of CDs, and we had this hulking great Sony thing, which remains the best DVD player I've ever had. I don't know what model number it was, but it was just great. It was just indestructible. Every one I've had since has been a bit sort of bleh. And now I don't have one at all. I just have a DVD, CD drive in my computer, but and I've got a portable Walkman somewhere, but they weren't going to ship it with a DVD drive, and I was like, I'm having a DVD drive. You need to give me one, because I can't stand the idea of a computer that doesn't have an optical drive. Oh, I've got a ding! I've got a ding! Oh! Not So Dark Lord has gifted a tier 1 sub to Zagrabista, a zub. Well, that's deserving of a round of applause. Thank you very much, Not So Dark Lord. That's a lovely thing to do. I hope you got a little notification on the screen there. I don't think I've ever seen it come up when there's been a gift subscription, but that's really cool. Timo says, yay! I agree. Big yay to that, that's great. Everybody in YouTube really likes that. I really like that. If you've got Twitch Prime, of course, you can always subscribe to me for nothing. You can get Jeff Bezos to pay for this nonsense. Yeah, and you will have a little badge. You'll have a little red badge. But Not So Dark Lord, who's been subscribed for longer than that, has got a little purple badge. Depending on how long you've been subscribed, you get different colours of badges, and even I don't know what they are. There's definitely a red one and a blue one, and a green one and a yellow one and a purple one, but I don't know what order they're in. We have not got any food because this town is cold. Oh. Somebody's had a child. I've got another child. Who's had a child? Is it up here? I've got one house up here. No. Oh, there. Caldonald. Oh no, not Donald. Anybody but that. That's probably just lost me 10 subscribers. But do please subscribe and like and share and all the rest of it. I don't do all that YouTube-y stuff because it annoys me. I don't like the fact that videos are about the platform and not about the whatever. But I have to persuade you to do these things because otherwise the channel doesn't survive, so please do those things. That will be the end of it. Gonna build another house for no reason whatsoever. I did actually lose 2 viewers when I said, "Oh God, not Donald," which possibly isn't such a bad thing. I'm just riffing over this now. I'm riffing over the music. Oh dear, poor Austerling, who I think we met right at the start. Not happy at all. But I'm happy because we've got food. It's been hard fought for, but we do actually have some food, which is great. Maybe I should move all my town down here by the lake. Probably should do, you know. Actually, that's not as stupid an idea as it sounds, I have to say. Like, move everybody down here by the lake, which I couldn't do to start with, and then try and get out here. I still haven't got enough resources, anywhere near enough resources, to start building this, but food's just been really difficult in this one. Sometimes I have so much food, I don't know what to do with it. But in this one it has been difficult, but partly because I'm so spread out and there wasn't really much up here, so... I mean, I took a bit of a risk coming down here because normally you'd keep everything quite compact, but it's been okay. What I want is livestock. Livestock is always really good. That's why I get the trader in. If I'm going to build a trader, it'll be to get in the chickens, not least because the sound of the chickens just makes me laugh a lot. Maybe we could make our own chicken sounds. That's a chicken with a sore throat. That's a chicken being strangled. Anyway, moving on. Jane says, very good. It's not my best effort. I'm quite good at cats though. I do cats. In fact, I can do cats so well sometimes that cats look up and wonder where the other cat is. I think I might have done that during the cat machine many years ago. I say a couple of years ago when I played that. That was funny. Everybody in the chat started going meow. That was entertaining. We should play that again, you know, and try and solve the puzzles. I might get Robin on those because he's good at puzzly things. I'll say, yeah, there's a game about cats and everybody will meow in the chat. Do you fancy doing that? I'll be like, what? I'm trying to think other games we said that we would have a go at. Because we played Oceans and we've played Tharsis. And we had a go at... What was the other one that we gave up on? There was another one we gave up on. We done One Deck Dungeon, of course. And we found a fully working version of Hero Quest. All of these on one tabletop simulator. And there's some card games and stuff. I've found a card game called Food Fight, which looks absolutely fantastic. So I'm going to have to go and find the rules for that, because all of the cards are like literal food in war outfits. And the food actually fights with each other, which, I mean, it sounds like me, doesn't it? It just sounds like me. Tell him to go and get this stone for no good reason at all. Oh no, what? What? I know the reserve of firewood is low. I know this. The reserve of everything is low. Health is starting to slip now because I don't have a herb list on anymore, but I think it's more important that we get food. Look, that's the first time that I've had sort of consistently had 3-figure food there. 3-figure food! And herbs still coming in from somewhere. I'm assuming it's every time they cut some trees down we get some free herbs. Haven't got any coats. Haven't got any coats. Haven't got any coats. Take a fisherman off. Turn them into a tailor. Got a couple more kids now, look. Austerling and Marantz have had a child called Arles. Is that Arles or Aries? No, it's Arles. Where's the other one? Must be up here somewhere. No? Maybe there isn't another one. I'm dreaming. Poor old Catharon the woodcutter living on her own. Oh, hang on, his own. Catharon. It's a bloke. Oh, okay. Interesting. Right, I can hear somebody smacking this house up, so we're going to have a new house again somehow. Eventually. One of my children has just become an adult. That's good. That means I'll have a bonus locust. And the food's gone down, but it hasn't gone all the way down, has it? This is good, this is good, this is good. Even if I've had some difficulties, eventually we will be okay. Anyway, I'm going to have to go soon, unfortunately, because I need to go soon, because I've been going quite a long time. And that's a real shame, because there are quite a lot of you watching. It's a shame I can't stream all day. I would happily stream all day and all night if I didn't have a proper job, but I do. But I would like to say, if you've not watched the Lego roller coaster videos, please do. That was such a laugh. Also, there have been some Parkitect streams which people have not watched. There's an episode of the movies that came out earlier this week where Timo basically gets really drunk and wrecks everything. Harl, the 14-year-old, has moved in on his own. I mean, the dream. Living the dream there, I think. Dr. Jekyll says, speaking of 90s games, I love the Baldur's Gate games, Fallout and The Sims. Did The Sims actually come out in the 90s? Because I've got a feeling that that was a bit more... I think that was 2002? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty certain the original Sims games came out in 2002. Timo says, I do what? Have you not watched it, Timo? The latest episode of the movies. It all goes a bit wrong. And I'm pretty certain you're to blame. Meanwhile, Zagrabista says, Lego roller coaster? Yes! I've built a massive Lego roller coaster, and there are 2 videos about it in which I build it, or at least build the end of it, and watch it go round and go whee! So yeah, you need to watch that. Both of them. I was going to record the whole thing until it turned out that it was going to take about 20 odd hours to build it. I was like, I'm not filming all of this, so I've just filmed the end. And I do a little tour of all the bits and then me putting it together and making it work. So yeah, you really should watch, because it's good fun. So much video. So little time. But you've got loads of time now, haven't you? I'm sure a lot of you have got far more time, so please do go and indulge yourself in some of the other stuff this channel puts out. All my coats have disappeared. I do have a tailor on, so I need you to do stuff. Oh, The Sims was 2000. Why did I have it in my head it was a couple of years later than that? Maybe it only came out on console a couple of years later than that. Or maybe, as normal, I was just a couple of years behind everybody else. I think that's probably far more likely. I do distinctly remember buying it in 2002. Possibly the beginning of I think it was Christmas 2002 that I got it. And I had a friend with me who didn't have a clue what it was, and she was just looking at it going, what the hell is this? And I said to her, I'm going to put a load of people I know in this. And she just looked at me. I was like, I'm going to create people I know. And of course I did. I used to do a lot more of that. In the 90s I used to do a lot of putting people I knew into games, like entire sports teams and that sort of thing. Other 90s games that I put people in. Oh, does anybody remember Epic Mega Games? I had a load of their pinball games and one called Ancients, which was like a really old RPG game where you travelled around places with a team of 4 people, and I used to put people I knew into that. But yeah, the pinball games were really cheap because you used to be able to pay 2 or 3 quid for them from the Works. When the Works first opened, they had piles of them. And they were really good as well, like I enjoyed them. There was one where all of the obstacles were just, like all the obstacles on the table were actually invisible. And you had to uncover them. And then I had one called Crash and Burn, which was like a racing one. And I had, what was the other one? I can't remember. Crash and Burn. Enigma was the one with the invisible obstacles, and I can't remember what the third one was. That's going to drive me mad. But there were loads and loads of them. And I had another pinball game called Psycho Pinball. That was another Gold Street Software one. If you've never played Psycho Pinball in DOS, it's terrific. I might see if I can get that running on here and just do a little stream about it, because it's great. It's not just a pinball thing. It's got proper mini games as well, all played out on the pinball screen. And it has 4 tables, but they all link into each other, so you can get to tables from other tables and this sort of thing. Oh, it's just great. It's terrific. And I had the box for that. Oh, that might be one I have to get back in. I had the big box with the instruction manual and stuff, and the artwork was just lovely. Yeah. God, I can't believe I've forgotten about that one. And the sound effects were great, and I'm going to have to go off and find that now. Damn it! I mean, pinball games were really big things, weren't they? Really big. And then Windows got its own version as well. I don't really play them anymore, and I don't know why, because I do have some. I've even paid a few quid for a few of them. I have is it a Marvel table? It might be a Marvel table where some dude comes on, and it might be Captain America. And there's a dude walks on whenever you lose a ball, which is terrifying. But pinball's kind of gone out of favour now, which is a bit of a shame, because they are nice cheap games to pick up. You usually only pay about £1 a table these days. Timo says, I love Pinball Arcade on Xbox One. It's all the recreations of real pinball machines. Actually, speaking of recreations of real pinball machines, this is totally illegal, I'm sure, but is it called MAME, the emulator? I used to have a CD with MAME emulators of more tables than you could ever imagine, like really old ones, the original type pinball games, right through to modern stuff. And somebody borrowed it off me many years ago and never gave it back, the swines. I'd forgotten all about that. I've got much more food now, I notice. That's good, so my gathering hut must be working. I've also got 3 spare locusts now, so if I put one onto herbs, then at least people can start visiting the doctor again. Zagrabista says, there was another pinball emulator. I remember that I had the Pac-Man pinball table on it. Dodgy and Waresy, like MAME. Yeah, I think I had the same thing. Wares. Where's with a Z? Oh, that takes me back as well. Pretty certain, and I hope nobody at Adobe hears this, but I'm pretty certain that my first copy of Photoshop may not have been completely legal. But I didn't really dabble in stuff like that because the internet was very dodgy. If you think the internet's dodgy now, my god. The internet back then was horrific. And things like firewall, I mean firewalls didn't exist, but like antivirus software wasn't all that great either. But yeah, there was no such thing as a firewall, so people could get into your computer basically, do what the hell they wanted. They used to leave all sorts of shit on your hard drive. Sagrabista says, I've lots of games through GOG now that I had that were dodgy wares copies of 20 years ago. This is the thing, I think I'm the same. I would have bought the thing eventually. Very often buying dodgy copies of things led, or well, not buying dodgy copies of things, acquiring dodgy copies of things would lead me to buying the actual thing. Jane says, you remind me of the time we gave out a CD of the original Win95 and got back a bootleg copy. That's terrible. That's terrible. You gave out your original Win95 CD for a start, but then, yeah. Yep. It was awful though, because like if you had a cracked copy or a crap copy that Windows suddenly said wasn't valid, you couldn't just download one. You know, it wasn't a case of this is a cracked copy of Windows and therefore you need to just download it and we'll leave you alone. That wasn't how it worked back then. And like if you bought a computer off somebody else, which might still be the case because I haven't done this for years and years, but you buy a laptop off somebody else and end up having to re-buy Windows because they'd used the serial key on something else. Yeah, that's another thing that used to happen in the 90s, was buying other people's computers. I'm sure it still happens now, but I haven't had a second-hand laptop since about 2005. Because I could never really afford anything up to date or new, so I always used to go on eBay and buy, you know, something that was just a bit better than what I already had. And I remember buying a 800 megahertz laptop, like 15-inch screen, massive, great thing. Time computers, if anybody in the UK remembers them. Time computers. And I thought it was the best thing in the world. And it got me through my writing career back then as well, so it was the best thing in the world. But yeah, none of that happens anymore. It's just not really a thing. At least not in my world, I'm sure. I'm sure there will be people who do that now, but yeah, God, those were the days. Those were the days. When did it stop, all of that? Probably, I would say, maybe around the time that... I'd say the time that Steam got going is probably the time when all of the excitement left us, because that's when physical copies of games kind of stopped being a thing, or at least much of the thing. And I remember getting Skyrim and buying a physical copy of Skyrim only to discover that it might have been a physical copy, but that was meaningless without Steam key. And I think at that point we all migrated to Steam and it just exploded. I'm sure there were other games that were just on Steam as well, but kind of wrecked everything, didn't it? It kind of wrecked everything. It did wreck everything. I think there could potentially be quite a lot of money to be made by re-releasing old games in their original boxes and that sort of thing. Zagrabista says Steam was 2004, but originally it was just so they could patch up Half-Life 2. Yeah, Steam was much older than that, but I think for me it was 2011 when Skyrim came out that there was suddenly this realisation that there was no such thing as a physical copy of a game anymore. Timo says I still occasionally buy movies on disc. I totally do that. I absolutely totally do that. Yeah, me too, and CDs for music. Sometimes I buy both. Like I've got electronic copies of some films and then the disc as a kind of a backup. Also, I like special editions, so things like the Lego movie. Like I got a special edition Lego movie with a Lego figure. Obviously you can't have that if you buy a digital copy. But it came with a digital copy as well, so you kind of get the best of both worlds, which I think is a good idea. Meanwhile, I've got a starving, freezing 12-year-old And also no tools. That's great. Obviously, this city's running itself brilliantly into the ground while I'm talking. Vinyl has come back. Dr. Jekyll says Nightwish released a new album, so I had to buy it on vinyl. Yeah, see, vinyl made a comeback, didn't it? And everybody said that was completely finished, so whatever. The thing about CDs, and I say, not CDs, sorry, DVDs, although CDs as well to some extent, DVDs, and not Blu-ray. Blu-ray is not the same thing. The thing about DVDs is the cases are just the right size and are sort of quite satisfying. And ones with slip cases are quite cool as well. And so you just end up in this situation where something feels like it's missing if you don't have the DVD. And I think I knew that DVD was on its way out properly. And they still sell them, so presumably it hasn't completely died a death, but I think they were on their way out properly when they started producing CDs with lenticular cardboard covers, which I love. And I thought, yeah, they're desperately trying to get people to buy these now because they look cool, not necessarily because of the film or the format. Timo says, I've got HD DVD and about a dozen movies. Oh, you could have, yeah, the HD DVD could have bought a player and God knows how many films for about, I think it went down to about 70 quid in the end as they were getting rid of them. They were just clearing stock, so, I mean, if it was like your 6 favourite movies or something, then it was probably worth it. God, raining again! Right, how are we doing? We've got people without tools, which is not good, but I have just put a blacksmith on. We've still got food, there's a bit of firewood there. People have been visiting the doctor, clearly, because my herbs have gone down. Got loads of coats. Let's take that tailor off, because that's not good. I don't need those. I need other things. And we'll put another fishing person back on. And what else? I don't know. I'm talking so much about the 90s. Zagrabista says VHSs were too chonky. I don't know, I quite liked VHS. I had quite a lot. They started selling off VHS tapes in independent movie rental stores, remember them? Or even non-independent ones. And I bought up quite a lot of the X-Files. I remember having a copy of The Exorcist on VHS, which I bought because I just wanted to watch it. I just wanted to see what the fuss was about. And I remember me and a friend sitting down on a Saturday afternoon in broad daylight, sunlight streaming in, and at the first scary bit, it was a bloke, first scary bit, the two of us turning to each other and just going, oh God, what have we got ourselves into here? That VHS went out of the door quicker than any of my possessions ever, because there was I just didn't like having it in the house. But yeah, the rest of it was the X-Files. Had quite a lot of the first series. No, the second series. And now I do have a few on DVD. I've got like... Actually, yeah, I had the pilot. I had the pilot on video. Because there were 2 different editions of the X-Files. There were the ones with the really cool covers that had the card inside. And then there were some ones in like a pink case. Anybody remember that? And I had the pilot, and I think it might have been episode 1 on the pink one. And then I had series 2 on the cool looking ones. But because I got them, well, largely got them ex-rental, the cards didn't come with them, but I did get some of the ones with the cards. And now, looking behind me, I've only got series 3 on DVD, and then I have, like, they brought out a magazine part work, of which I have sort of random parts. But I don't really watch them anymore. If anybody wants some X-Files DVDs, I'm sure we could come to some arrangement, but I think they're all on Amazon Prime now. I don't have Amazon Prime at the moment, but I think they are all on Amazon Prime these days. Which is slightly surprising, because you'd think they'd still sell. I do have some VHSs, incidentally. I've got some VHSs of Gladiators. I haven't been able to get hold of all of them. It was my aim to get hold of all of the VHSs of Gladiators, but I wasn't able to. I wasn't able to do it, unfortunately. They are like hen's teeth, those, on eBay. Oh my god. I had to fight really hard for some of those. Trying to think if I have any other DVDs other than the Gladiators ones, but I don't think I do. I do, not DVD, sorry, VHS. I do have some VHS with, like, you know, recordings on, like stuff that was recorded off the TV and that kind of thing. And I have a VHS of, like, a Christmas party that I went to and these sorts of things, but generally not very exciting. Like TV shows that friends were in and that sort of thing. And interestingly, I've got one tape with the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire documentary. I don't know, did anybody see Quiz a couple of weeks ago? They did a documentary about the guy who allegedly cheated on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire as well. It's that, and there was another one called Kill Me If You Can, which was a documentary about a kid who got mixed up with this psycho kid on the internet and ended up dead. Like, I think he asked him to murder him or something. It was really weird. And there's a third documentary as well, and I remember putting all three on one tape. They were like my three favourite documentaries. Timo says, with more things available to watch immediately, I find I watch less stuff than ever. It was much easier to choose when you had to buy something or to choose from just a few channels. It's true, actually, isn't it? I don't feel as committed to stuff as I did in the past, which is not a good thing. Dr. Jekyll says He-Man recordings on VHS from the TV. Yep. I'm sure that I've also got a tape somewhere with things like there was a game show on Channel 4 that I bang on about a lot called Wanted, which is a bit like Hunted is now. It's just a bit more game showy than that. I'm sure I've got the like Christmas special of that somewhere. I'm sure there are people who would probably kill me for these tapes, and just send them to us so we can archive them somewhere. Funnily enough, I've got to empty all that cabinet out because of this moth thing, so I might see what I've got. And the commercials, yep, absolutely. Absolutely. I've got the audio. I used to record the audio off the TV from things that I liked. And the one that I really liked was the Eurostar. Again, I probably have told this story before, so forgive me if you've heard this, but the original UK TV advert for Eurostar, which was not One Day but Today, had the most amazing bit of music on it. And I remember recording that onto tape and having to quickly press record when it came on the telly, because you didn't know when the advert was going to be on. But I managed to find it on YouTube, so I can now watch that anytime I like. And it's quite scary, actually. It's a very strange advert, but you see, we don't have that anymore. We don't have strange adverts in the same way as we used to. We do get the odd one, but they tend to be a bit sort of manufactured and cynical rather than the genuine stuff you used to get in the 90s. Still got food. No firewood, though. But then again, nobody's cold or starving by the looks of things, so that's excellent. Loads of herbs, good grief. Everybody's getting healthier as well and happier. You see, now they can go to the doctor, so they're happy and they're healthy. That's good. Hello, Astrogali. You've joined us very late, but I will stay on a few more minutes because I've been going for nearly 3 hours, and yes, I probably shouldn't be. I'm going to regret that tomorrow, but anyway. Let's get another house built down here, because I think that's going quite well. I think they're quite enjoying it. I can see a few more children have popped up as well, but still not quite enough to warrant opening the school again. We just need bodies at the moment. I think the food situation is generally a bit better, though. I am concerned about my woodcutter. Who is it? It's Cateron. Yeah, Cateron's not really doing the best job, I have to say. Given that you've got a house to yourself and it's not really that far from work, I expect better of you. Timo says I should be painting a dragon. Is that a euphemism for something? I should just not be staring at computer screen. In fact, I'm not staring at it when I'm talking to you. I'm not actually looking at the screen very much, which is probably why people died. Astragali says, I've been bouncing between harvesting sugar beet, which I'm going to assume is another Animal Crossing thing, is it? And trying to deliver us the moon. I've been occasionally looking for shiny Pokemon, but I haven't found any. I should be looking for moths to see if my moth spray has worked, because if it has, then I can do the other room. Hurrah! Oh, Farming Simulator. Interesting. I've not played Farming Simulator in a long, long time. If you've not been with that channel, this channel, that long, then you probably need to wind back in time to about 2013 or something, when I did a song about Agricultural Simulator. Some terrible things happened. But anyway. Tino asks, how did that Super Lure event thing you mentioned a few weeks ago go? Oh god, I can't remember which one it was, because there have been quite a few Pokemon events. I had a ticket to Safari Zone, because I should have been going to Safari Zone. So they did like a kind of Safari Zone at home thing. And that went okay. It wasn't great from a Pokemon perspective, as in like getting anything that great. But the nice thing is to be able to do it again. So I've got some of the rare ones. But I've still got to go back to the event when I'll hopefully get some more, and they might change them up a bit. I hope. Yeah, I hope it's not a direct replica of what's already happened, because that'd be a bit crap. But the one after that, which was Abra Community Day, I didn't do that well on the Pokemon front, but I met the chap who I've been sharing the gym with, and it turns out he's got quite a big family. And they've been inviting me to go raiding with them. So I've got some Darkrai's now, which is super awesome. I haven't managed to get a shiny, but I wouldn't have had a hope of one before. And he said that he's going to potentially invite me to go to like other events and stuff, because he goes with some friends of his. So that is awesome. And I've had a couple of unexpected shinies just appear from time to time, but I have the worst luck with stuff like that. I've done relatively well recently, but I think they might have upped the chances of getting stuff. If you don't play Pokemon, you're like, what the hell are you on about? But anyway, rare ones. There's a chance of getting rare ones, and I don't get any of them, but recently I've had some rare ones. Right, we've got another house now. Again, it's just kids. Should you two not be moving in together? The 12-year-old and a 14-year-old? Maybe not. I need the kids to have kids. Right, I've got loads of coats now, and I've got enough tools to take the blacksmith off. I've got 491 food. That's the most that I've managed to get recently. That's brilliant. And my woodcutter is still awful. You're embarrassing me, woodcutter. Why are you so rubbish? Just whack some of the trees down because I can, not for any good reason. I'm wondering whether to try and build a path over here. I don't know how far they would go, and I don't want to kill them by doing it. I might just start it, because they don't half like just building paths. They really like it. So if I start building a road out to about there, maybe. But I've got a long way to go. This is quite a long way for locusts to walk, especially when they're not very healthy or happy. But they'll do it because they will. Because I tell them to. Can I fit another house in there? I so can. Nice. Nice. I think I probably need another woodcutter, because my current woodcutter is frankly rubbish. So why don't I try and put one? I've got a little resource pile down here. Can I put one near to that? Is there any space? No, woodcutter's quite big. That's a pity. Might just have to put it here somewhere. Does it fit there actually? Oh, it does. Ah, good. I can have a house and I can have the woodcutter. So whoever lives in the house here is going to be really thrilled about the fact that the woodcutter's directly behind them making a racket. This game doesn't work like that, but if this was SimCity crossed with Banished, I'm sure that they would complain that this was a high noise zone. For the time being, I'll put it there. It's just... Actually, I was going to say I know I won't, because it just annoys me. It just annoys me, the idea that that's really noisy, even though it makes no difference in this game at all. How sad is that? Right, woodcutter. Let's put a woodcutter somewhere else. I do have some mods. I've got fly fishing and the creamery and that sort of thing. The food mods, basically. I like food mods. But no, I haven't really modded it to any great degree. I'll just move it a bit further away. How about down here? Let's put it down here. I'll put it down here. I'll put it there. And I'll put a little storage pile next to it. Because then, whoever it is who ends up being the woodcutter can just put stuff there. That makes sense. That makes sense. I know what I'm doing. Some of the time. This feels like it's viable now. I kind of feel like we're doing a bit better, but I am going to need to get somebody... I need to get a tool dude in, because if I don't, then we'll run out of tools and then I'll start panicking again. And that's not good. Hello, Lion of High Park. I've not seen you in ages. Thank you for streaming. You are welcome. Thank you for being here. I am going to have to go in a minute and people are starting to drift off, presumably because they're hungry. But it's been really nice this afternoon, and obviously if you didn't see all of it, you can go back and watch it anyway, because I always make everything available on DVR, or it's on Twitch. It's on DVR! We've been talking about recording methods today. You can go back and watch it on DVR. Should just make a VHS tape of my stuff, shouldn't I? Just for the nostalgia value. The Jennyverse VHS tape. VHS-verse. Yes. Jenny VHS. That would be cool. Yeah, sorry, like, unfortunately I do have to end at some point. It's a real shame that I've been going for a long time. And, yeah, it's just a bit of a shame that I can't keep going forever. But I think we've probably peaked for today, so... I'll just get the locusts to do some hacking up down here, so I'll have another woodcutter, because my current one is frankly a bit bad. I'll have a little storage pile down here. I've got some children. I can see there's some more children appeared, but I'm gonna... I don't know what I'm going to do with that herb list, but I still think I'm going to crush it like a bug. And suddenly I've got loads of tools, that's good. So let's take them back off again. I've got tons of herbs. That's what I trade. When I get a trading post, I will probably trade my herbs, because they're quite easy to get hold of. Where can this road go? Oh, that's a shame. Oh, that's a shame. Damn it. I don't really want to have to put a tunnel in. I wonder whether they would walk over that hill. I suspect they probably would. If they won't, listen to them hacking that path up. What the... They do anything else? Ask them to build a path, they go insane. I don't think... Where's tunnel? Bridge. Tunnel. I don't think I'm going to have enough stone to put a tunnel in. Even if it lets me. No, it's not going to let me, is it? But I think they might walk over that hill. So I don't know whether it will matter. I'm telling you, there's a techno track in this. I'm telling you. Back to the 90s. Anyway, wow, they've done that quickly. Good grip. We had all that problem with you doing this stuff. This is why I call you locusts, because you've gone bloody insane, haven't you? Well, hopefully you can continue my path. I'll, what I'll do... I'll bring the path as far up here as I can. Just check I definitely can't have a tunnel. Oh, that's a bridge. Definitely can't have a tunnel. No, it's just all in the wrong place, isn't it? And then what I'll do then, I might carry on the path where I would have done it, which is like there, and see whether they'll build it. I'll just put a little bit in and see whether anybody goes over that hill to build it. My worry is they might not go over that hill. Of course, they might come over this one. I think in the first episode I might have worked out that I could get a tunnel in somewhere, but I can't remember where it was. So I think I might just have to hope that they will go over the hill, as demonstrated by 13-year-old Asher, who is currently bashing things. Nice. Why were you all so keen to do this when I couldn't get you to do it anywhere else? Thanks. Thanks a lot. Anyway, look, I've got loads of food now. Loads of coats as well. Got some tools, got some bits and bobs, and I think we're okay. I think we're okay. And then we will get some more firewood, and then everybody will stay alive. In fact, I haven't had any deaths in ages. And I haven't had any even any near misses with deaths for ages, which is fantastic. So let's get this woodcutter completed. I'm clicking on this like it's a person building the woodcutter, and it's a deer. My eyesight might be going after 3 hours of this, but anyway. Putin says, healthy stream snacks, crisp and chocolate at the same time. I approve, I approve. Hey, this is good if I can get them to come down here. Let's get them to come a little bit further, and a little bit further, and a little bit further, a little bit further, a little bit further. And eventually we'll come all the way out here, which suddenly isn't looking as far away, I have to say. I've got 10 children as well, that's great. Loads of herbs, bit of food, bit of everything. Everything's in double figures, that's good. They've built something, they must have done it because... Oh, I'm going the wrong way. They must have done it, they have, because my builders are back. Awesome. Right, I'm going to leave it there, because it's been the best part of 3 hours and I am frankly knackered. I'm going to pull the trigger on building that to complete this market. Timo says I bought 2 big bars of milk chocolate last week specifically for eating with peanut butter, and then last night discovered I have no peanut butter. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Before I leave, you bought 2 bars of milk chocolate for eating with peanut butter? For those of us in the UK, I think you need to explain this. What? What do you do? Put no, we're not leaving. We're not leaving until you explain this. What do? You spread peanut butter across the chocolate. You mix the chocolate into the peanut butter. You melt it all together in the microwave. Right, we're going to learn something here. We're going to learn something before this stream is over. You put peanut butter in a bowl and dip chocolate in it. How have I never heard of this before? I've never in my life come across that. Never once. Yeah, as Putin says, you use chocolate as bread, basically. Well, my eyes have been opened. I've never come across that, blimey. If you've stayed to the end of the stream, you've learnt something really important tonight. Because I can understand it melted together. I can understand chocolate spread and peanut butter, that's a thing. They make that. And I can understand sort of peanut butter in chocolate, like Cadbury's did a limited edition peanut butter chocolate. I can understand that. It was a bit sickly. But actually dipping a literal bar of chocolate, like presumably a big bar of chocolate, into peanut butter that you have put into a bowl. Good grief. Wow. Well, in the time that it's taken me to just get over that, I've built another house, which is obviously great. I am a bit concerned that these might set on fire and there's no well, but I think that might be a problem for another day. The well could go here, actually. I'll just pop the well in to remind myself that we need a well. Sort of there. I am, yeah, wow. Well, you need to post that in the food Discord. And if you're listening and you're not in the Discord, you need to get in the Discord. Get in it. The link for it will either be under this video, if YouTube has kept my settings. Chance to be a fine thing. Or you can follow me on Twitter at Jennyverse Live. Or you can just ask me. And we will find you the link, but you're going to need to ask me in about the next 2 minutes. Timo says it's much better because you can barely call the stuff in Reese's peanut butter. I take your point. I do take your point, that is fair, yeah. I do take your point, but nevertheless, dipping an entire block of milk chocolate into peanut butter. I mean, really? 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 Anyway, look, I'm now building my road, and I'm sure that the locusts shouldn't be coming out here, but I'm bloody doing it. What the locusts should be doing is gathering me more stone and logs. So I'm going to highlight all of this. In fact, I'm going to highlight all of those resources, and then they can just pick it away at it as they please, a bit like Timo does with peanut butter and chocolate. We've started talking about peanut butter and chocolate in YouTube chat now. Zagrabista says you can barely call any American chocolate chocolate. Yeah, I think that's a fair point as well, to be honest, but anyway. Except for, what's the one they make in San Francisco, beginning with G? The big factory on the river, I can't think what it's called, but those are really good. I really like those, especially the pretzel one. But anyway, right, I have got to go now. I really need to go. So I'm going to say thank you so much for joining me. I'm really glad that you enjoyed this. Thank you for bumping my viewer figure numbers up for another day. I'm going to do all the YouTube things now. You can subscribe, you can like, please like costs you nothing. You can subscribe in Twitch with Twitch Prime, that costs Jeff Bezos some money, which makes me laugh. You can hit love, you can hit join, you can hit whatever else YouTube and Twitch do. You can be a supporter on Patreon. Patreon people pay for this channel to do things, which is why their names appear at the end of videos. They have recently bought me a video camera, which is awesome. And the new computer and all sorts of stuff. Anyway, the money gets sort of put away and used on important things. I will be doing a video from a UK chocolate company. I'm thinking of doing some more Lego because people really enjoyed that, and I have a couple of sets potentially in mind for that. Skyrim I recorded today. Well, that's a point. Skyrim I recorded today, but the game audio didn't come out. So have a choice. I can upload that and you just cope with the game audio not working, or I have to re-record the whole damn thing and it all comes out different. I don't know. I don't quite know what to do with that, and I'm very irritated about it. But maybe you have an opinion on that. I don't know. Follow me on Twitter, Jennyverse Live. Follow me on something else. Discord. Join the Discord. And I will hopefully see you very soon for some more exciting stuff. No, it's the game audio that's not recorded. It's not a post-com. The commentaries come out. I'd post-com it if I could, but no, it's the game audio that didn't record because stupid flipping OBS did a system update and knocked my settings out, and I didn't realise, so that was exceptionally irritating. Like really irritating actually, because it went quite well. Well, obviously the game didn't go quite well because it never does, but the actual commentary went quite well, and I was talking to people and stuff, and now there's no audio, so that's really frustrating. But anyway, right, I need to go now, so thanks everybody. It's been really nice, and I hope you're all well, and I hope you'll keep well and you stay indoors and you don't go to the supermarket like I tried to the other day, which was hell on earth. I will see you very soon. Au revoir.